Good evening and welcome to another night with the Houn Show. Good evening, good evening. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Houn Show. We're glad to have you. We hope you're having a great Friday night. We are, uh, for the most part. I mean, it's been okay. Had to work today and had to do the whole work thing. But yeah, so far so good, right? So no impending dooms or no new impending doom to worry about. But yeah, we hope everybody's having a great time or great evening. This is Friday night. This is the night that we do a special on covering a certain subject matter. So we're excited. We're real excited to do this for you tonight. We've put together some material. Um, and we're going to kind of go over it after we cover a few things and some news and stuff like that. So stay tuned. A few things to mention also. Please like, follow, and enable notifications this stream because we do a lot of ad hoc on the fly shows during the week that we don't really schedule. There's not really a program or discussion topic this selected. We basically just do kind of the news, and then we possibly have on a guest and just kind of talk about the current events of the day, what's going on in the world, how things are. Um, yeah, we just kind of it's kind of like a chat, right? Basically. So yeah. But on Friday nights, uh, would say 10 o'clock, but we're a little past 10. We had a little bit of technical issue we had to work out, but yeah. So we about 10 o'clock thereabouts, 10:30. We'll do a live show with a specific uh, topic of discussion to discuss during the call during the stream. So, but please, yes, like, follow, and subscribe or get notifications. So that way, when we go live during the week, you get a pop up that lets you know because sometimes it's 9, sometimes it's 9:30, sometimes it's 10. So we don't really have a set time. So make sure you activate the notifications on the stream so you can, basically get the pop up right when it happens, right when we go live, so you don't miss any content. So yeah, like, follow, and enable notifications. Also, we are going to be taking calls. We can take calls. You can call in at our number. It's on the screen, 762-268-1065. I'm sorry, 1605. 762-268-1605. You can call in. I'll take the call right here. Take the call live on the air. And you will have to, go through a little call screener. It's going to ask your name. You can say whatever you like. It doesn't have to be your real name. It could be, Yogi the Bear. That's perfectly fine. We'll take the call and put you on the air, and we'll, put you on the stream live, and we'll talk. Whatever it is you want to discuss, we can discuss. But so, yeah, give us a call, and we can, rap, as they used to say back in the day. Also, if you'd like to schedule an appearance on the Houn Show, possibly do an interview or just discuss something with us on the show, send me an email, dixie.shank@protonmail.com. Just send me an email that you're interested in that. We could coordinate a time. Maybe we do a pre-recorded show, or we just do live if you'd rather do live. However that goes, right? So, yeah, just shoot me an email. We can work it out on schedule and figure out when can we get together and do this. It's Friday night and I'm having a little bit of wine. So yeah, give us a shout. Let us know if you'd like to be on the show, or if you have just comments. And always make sure you leave comments in the show. Um, if you got questions or critiques or whatever, if you hate the show, don't just thumbs down it and say something. Like, I think you guys suck or whatever. We're totally cool with other people's opinions. It doesn't bother us. If you hate the show, tell me you hate the show. Tell me why, though. Tell me why you hate the show. Got to give me a reason. If it's something I said or something I did or whatever, let me know. So we do appreciate feedback, and we encourage everyone to leave comments. So like, follow, set notifications, and leave a comment or participate in the discussion. We do monitor content. We do monitor comments on our channel. So, if something that's a question or a discussion topic or a point of view, we'll put it up on the screen. We'll share that information. We'll share that stuff with everybody. No problem there. So yeah, just give us an email. I mean, contact us, holler at us, man. It's all good. We're gonna put the number back up on the screen, so I think that's probably an easier medium for people to get in touch with us while we're live. So yeah, give us a call. We'll be happy to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. So another thing I should mention as well is we don't do the whole live show on YouTube. We do the first part, including some news, some headlines from the news, and maybe a little bit of discussion around that. But basically, we'll be discussing the news, things that have occurred over the past couple of days that may have gone unseen or unrealized. People may not be watching the news, may not know this stuff is going on. So we'll cover a couple of headlines, a couple of recent articles and stuff like that. Basically, we're not going to delve too deep. It's more of just kind of like an awareness type thing, like this is what's happened today or this is what's being reported today kind of thing. But after we do that, once we get into either a guest speaker or on Friday nights where we're doing a special topic, we will be leaving the YouTube stream because a lot of the topics that we're going to be covering, I don't think they would allow. So we're primarily keeping that YouTube stream up and want to keep it going. So we kind of increase our reach as how many people are going to come over and watch the stream. But if you're watching on YouTube right now, there is a link in the description of this video that'll take you to our channel over on Rumble where you can watch the whole stream from beginning to end. So you'll get the whole show, and then also the whole past shows that are recorded that are up there for you to watch as well. So if you're on YouTube watching right now, just be prepared, that we'll be dropping YouTube during this stream, and you'll have to, if you want to see the rest of the show, you'll have to move over to Rumble. We all are also broadcasting live on X, formerly known as Twitter. So if you want to, if you're down with that, you can go over to X, find our profile at Dixie Shank on X, and you'll see the live stream over there as well. It is live. So we don't cut it out like we do with YouTube because X is supposed to be a free speech platform now with Elon taking it over. So we'll see. I haven't received any, warnings or anything yet. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so check us out over on Rumble. That's the best spot to watch us at because we're on there guaranteed, whether we get kicked off of YouTube or we get kicked off of X or we get kicked off of this or kicked off of that. We'll be on Rumble. No problem. I think Rumble's kind of established themselves as really the last truly free platform, or the last truly free speech platform. So that being said, let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. Let's see what's going on here. What is happening in the news today? So we've got a few things that's going on in the news over the past few days. We got an article up on the Jerusalem Post. This is dated April 5th, 2024. U.S. looking at media report that Israel used AI to identify bombing targets in Gaza. So the article basically describes this situation where Israel is using AI technology to identify targets for airstrikes or bombings or artillery or whatever they're using to blow people up. and it's strange. It kind of reminds me of the Hydra, right, in the Marvel comics, where Hydra was this. They had, what was it, Winter Soldier, I think, or something. I can't remember which movie it was, but basically, you know, the good guys, right, built this giant airship, and it got taken over by Hydra's AI, and had identified anybody who could ever be a threat to them in the future and targeted them for elimination. And that's basically what this thing is doing. This AI that Israel's using it's using somehow it's leveraging Google Photos. So they're uploading photos to Google Photo, and this AI can match it up with people. And it's basically this article goes on to detail that basically it helps them identify everybody that they need to target for assassination. That's what they actually used. That's the language they used in this article about what this software was doing. The report in Plus 972 magazine and local call was published on Wednesday. According to the 972 Plus report, the tool is dubbed Lavender and was heavily relied upon in the onset of the war in Gaza. The sources told Plus 972 cited six Israeli intelligence officials as sources who said that Lavender marked 37,000 Palestinians as suspected terrorists and their homes for possible airstrikes. So Israel's relying on AI technology to pick the targets that they want to kill. That's a long way from Chat GPT. I mean, we're gonna let I don't know, man. It seems crazy to me. We're gonna let a computer AI program decide who lives and dies, basically. That's some crazy shit. A few more details from the article. The IDF, in statements to the media on Thursday, denied that AI was used to identify suspected extremists and targets. Of course, the IDF is going to deny it. Why wouldn't they deny it? The media report said the Israeli army had marked tens of thousands of Gazans as suspects for assassination using the AI system with little human oversight. This news was actually broke by National Security spokesperson John Kirby. He told CNN in an interview on Thursday that the United States was looking into media reports about this AI being used to pick targets. Separately, Kirby was also asked in the interview about an Axios report that the Israeli Security Cabinet had approved the opening of the Erez crossing with Gaza to allow more humanitarian aid to go in. He said, if true, the report was welcome news. And this is not the first report of Israel using AI in combat against Hamas within Gaza. So they're using AI basically to identify people for extermination. That's comforting. There's so much there that is wrong. I can't even. I mean, anyway, no good. I mean, anytime you're going to let an AI determine who lives or dies, I mean, it just seems crazy to me. I mean, we're going to let a computer program. Who were these 37,000 people? Were they 37,000 men, fighting age men? Were they 37,000 women? A mixture of women and men? A mixture of children, women, and men? I mean, it's AI. Does it care? Does it care if it's a woman or a child? Does it care if it's an infant? Does it care if anything's... I mean, if they're relying on AI to pick the target, pick the house, and they send a missile or a mortar to destroy this building, is there any consideration being given to children that might be in the house? I'm sorry, I just don't agree with that. I don't think we should be using AI to pick targets for murder. In other news, Harrison Ford. I'm sorry, Harrison Ford. Harrison Floyd, which was the guy that got put in jail by Fani Willis down in Atlanta uh, as part of the Trump and co-conspirator investigation, or charges that she brought, the bullshit that she's trying to, get Trump with RICO or whatever. It's kind of ironic that she's charging Trump with RICO statute when herself, when she herself is guilty of RICO. Because what do you call it when you go to the White House, have these private meetings with the president, and then you get some money, federal dollars given to you to help you combat crime. Then you hire your boyfriend to work for you using that money. Then you go on trips using that money. Then you bring up frivolous charges and fake shit against Trump and some co-conspirators. I think that sounds a lot like RICO to me. Sounds like she's guilty of RICO, which is, kind of what they do, right? They accuse you or charge you or project onto you what it is, in fact, they're doing. I mean, what is it? What's the saying? The playbook is known. Well, yeah, it's known. It's got to be. I mean, it's fucking obvious. Is it not? They're guilty of everything they accuse everybody else of. But yeah, Harrison Floyd the other day, he posted. Actually, I think this was yesterday at 8:34 p.m. He posted to X, "I don't want to put a black woman in jail, but if Fani for DA does not recuse herself from this case by noon on Monday, I may have no other choice than to pursue all lawful remedies. Make Fulton great again." As it turns out, the reason why he's making this comment, he linked a article, an AJC article, Atlanta Journal and Constitution, propagandist rag, and he also posted an image of a law, or the Maryland Wiretap Act. So basically, this article for AJC says Willis's office provided the Atlanta Journal-Constitution with a recording of a phone call Willis made that same day to attorney Carlos J.R. Salvado, who is Floyd's attorney in the unrelated criminal case in federal court in Maryland. In the call, she explained that she had sent a representative to meet with Floyd at the jail when he turned himself in. Willis told Salvado that Floyd was offered a consent bond at the time, but he refused it. So that's the article that was in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution rag. And then so he's got a link. So he's got an image of that article, and then he's also got an image of the statute. It says Maryland Wiretap Act makes it illegal to record any telephone conversation or electronic communication unless both parties give a consent. So if what that means is if I live in Maryland and I call you in Maryland, or you live in Maryland and I call you and I record you without you knowing, it's illegal in the state of Maryland to do that. Now, AJC, where Georgia is, Atlanta, Georgia, in Georgia, you don't have to have everybody know that you're recording. Only one person who is recording needs to know legally that they're recording the conversation. The other party doesn't have to know or consent. In Maryland, it's different. Maryland requires both parties, the person recording and the other person on the line, to know and give consent to being recorded. Fani Willis contacted this guy's lawyer, recorded the conversation with him, gave that recorded conversation to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution newspaper. So she just committed a felony, and then she also provided evidence to a newspaper, which they wrote an article based on evidence that she committed a crime. She committed a felony by doing this. it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, he said he gave her till Monday to recuse herself from the case, or he's going to have no choice. I mean, hell, even if she does recuse herself, I'd still go after her. She committed, I mean, it's a felony. She wants to create charges and create shit out of thin air, and because that's what it is, right? She created it out of thin air. She trumped up some kind of crazy ass charges, trying, and it's all got one thing in mind: drag Trump through the mud and try and get him kicked off or ineligible to run for president. That's what all their game is right now. I guarantee you, if Trump were to drop out of the race today, all these cases would magically go away. I mean, some of them might still be in the news cycle and still kind of play out, but it's going to eventually kind of fade into the background. Nothing's going to happen, but the opposite, or there's got to be a few things that would be true with that. If he were to drop out of the race, that would mean what? That would mean that he gave in. He acquiesced to the demands of the deep state, of these establishment shitbags. And I don't think he's going to do that. But if he did, I mean, that's what it would look like, right? He would drop out of the race. The trials would probably go on. Nothing would happen, and it would fade from the news cycle, and they would get somebody else to run that was a deep stater, right, or an establishment candidate. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Trump's going to drop out at all. Very doubtful. So we've been talking about over the past few days. There was a pretty significant earthquake in Taiwan, or off the coast of Taiwan, a few days ago. Then there was another earthquake off the coast of Japan yesterday, I think. Now there's another earthquake. This time it was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake in New Jersey. Interesting. All these earthquakes that are occurring, I don't know, maybe it's normal. It just seems strange to me. I guess because some people keep pointing it out, but maybe it's nothing to it. I don't know. We do have an eclipse coming, and think of that what you will. But there is an eclipse approaching. Dan Scavino even posted posted a meme talking about the eclipse coming. It's pretty funny stuff. Let's go over here and see. No comments. Come on, people. Let's see some comments in the chat. So yeah, an eclipse coming, earthquakes happening. Damn, shit's sounding crazy. So in other news, this was reported. When was this filed? Doesn't have a date on it. But it looks like President Trump filed a motion to recuse Democrat Manhattan Judge Juan Merchan, who donated to Biden in another anti-Trump cause in 2020 for Merchan's adult daughter's financial stake in this unprecedented criminal prosecution. See, I mean, all of these people are paid for and bought by the deep state. They're all paid for, and they're all singing the same song. They're all doing the same thing, right? They're taking money, they're contributing money, they're moving money. It's all about money. It's all about hate, really. I think they hate America. I think they hate the people that support Trump. It used to be you could get along, you could agree to disagree, but now, no, you can't do that anymore. It's just all about destruction, destroying your enemy as fast as you can. without any mercy. So so he filed a motion to have the judge, the Manhattan judge, recuse himself. I can't say that I blame him. I mean, the guy's got a history of giving money to the Biden administration, another anti-Trump cause, uh, and his adult daughter has somehow got a financial stake in this criminal prosecution too. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's just all stinks to high heaven. The cases in New York, the cases in Georgia, they're all a joke. Even the civil trials that were ruled against him, they're all a joke. And what's going to happen? I mean, you already saw that one judge, Aragon, put that 400 something $1 million, bail or bond on Trump, and they were going to talk about seizing his property. And then what happened? I mean, the press and the media and all these people that they just hate Trump and MAGA, man. They fucking hate everybody, MAGA. They just hate them. They're on their fucking high horse riding around. Yeah, Trump's going to lose his property. And then what happened? An appellate court judge reduced it to 175 million. And they all had a meltdown. How does Trump get away with it? How does he slip away? He always slips away. And it never. What astonishes me is that it never dawns on them that that he's being targeted, unfairly targeted. I get into a discussion with some people, and I was like, okay, show me a crime that Trump committed. And I said, well, he was liable for rape. That's not a crime. That's a civil case. It proves nothing. There's no admission of criminality there. He didn't rape this woman. The burden of proof is way lower in a civil trial than it is in a criminal trial. And they knew they couldn't get a conviction in a criminal case. So they took him to a civil trial with a sympathetic judge that hated Trump also. And found him liable. How do you find somebody liable for rape? I don't really even understand that ruling, really. It's either rape or it's not rape. So when people are saying liable for rape, what does that even mean? It sounds illogical to me. Absolutely illogical. So anyway, like I said, he filed to get this guy recused. The dude's obviously got it in for him. I don't think there's you know, you have a right to an impartial jury, a speedy trial. I mean, those are your rights under the Constitution, right? So, I, you know, if this judge does not recuse himself, then he's a criminal. Well, I mean, he probably is. I'm just saying that unethical, at least, if he doesn't recuse himself. He obviously hates Trump. He has no business in ruling in a case involving Trump. I do have a document here of this filing, but the gist of it is, look, dude hates Trump. He gives money to anti-Trump stuff. He donated to Biden. His daughter's got a financial stake in this unprecedented criminal prosecution, which I'm not sure what her financial stake would be. Oh, well, isn't this interesting? Beginning in at least 2018, Miss Merchant, which is the judge's son that Trump is asking to be recused, beginning in at least 2018, Miss Merchant worked at Authentic as a director of digital advertising. In approximately February of 2019, Miss Merchant appears to have started working as the director of digital persuasion for the presidential campaign of Kamala Harris. Well, there you go. His daughter is a campaign activist for Kamala Harris back when Kamala Harris was trying to get the nomination to run for president. God help us. I'm glad she didn't get it. You think we're a laughing stock now with the guy we got, or the president we have representing us? Man, it would be really bad. Well, I don't know if it can get much worse than Biden, man. But Kamala would be bad. Definitely bad. All right, so that is the news for today, April 5th, 2024. So we'll be tonight's. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye to our friends over at YouTube. We do appreciate you watching, and we hope you enjoyed the stream. Check the description below and look for the link to our channel on Rumble. Come on over to Rumble. We'll be ending the stream in about, well, we will be as soon as I can get this up on the screen. 60 seconds. So check the description down below and go to the website. It is our our Rumble channel, and you'll be able to watch the rest of the stream. We're getting ready to get into some interesting subject matter. We're going to be talking about DEI. DEI, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's funny how the letters, if you move them around, it spells die. But anyway, so we're going to be covering that in our special report. So be sure to follow us over to Rumble and enable, follow, and enable notifications, right? When you get there, I mean, you can, we'd love for you to like and follow and enable notifications on YouTube, but we will be ending the stream in just a few seconds. We appreciate everybody on YouTube. Follow us over there on Rumble. We'll see you later.